The Order of Gentlemen would like to remind you that Gentleman Jack gets its exceptional smoothness from a mellowing process it undergoes not once, but twice. Because if once is good, twice is better.
The Chicago business scene is as diverse as the city itself. But we don't always hear from the entrepreneurs who keep the Chicago economy colorful. That's where I come in. I'm Micae Brown, and this is the Micae Brown Report. This Nigerian-born, Canadian-raised, retired football superstar is making waves in the Chicago business scene. Isreal Idonije is taking the term multiple streams of income to another level. What many may not be aware of is that Isreal understood the importance of entrepreneurship very early in his football career. He started off with creating the Isreal Idonije Foundation. This is focused on impacting underserved communities in Chicago. In addition to his philanthropic works, he's created an athletic superhero-based comic book line and is a manufacturer and patent holder of communion cups distributed worldwide. If you thought that wasn't enough on his plate, wait until you hear more about his vision to offer entrepreneurs a community to collaborate and grow their businesses. Of all places to settle, why did you choose Chicago?
Well, just my roots are really deep here as far as my community. You know, I played here 10 years, with the Bears, and really from coming here 2003 as a young man with so much to learn and just growing in so many facets of life, this community in Chicago has just been incredible and a huge part of that growth. So now post-career as I enter other endeavors in life, it's those relationships and that network and those people that I learn so much from, that I tap into and connect with every day. So it's just fitting that Chicago is the headquarters for that enterprise and for all the things that we do.
So you played for the Bears for 10 years, but you didn't have the strategic cookie cutter career. How did you overcome obstacles while playing football?
Wow, I think one, there's especially when you're young, a lot of that ability to overcome challenge and obstacles is the people that you're around. So when I wanted to quit, I had a mother that said, "You're not going to quit." When I didn't want to do things, I didn't even want to play football. And she said, "Well, your coach thinks that you have a gift, you have an ability, and whether you like it or not, we're going to go to this practice and we're going to see what happens. Worst case scenario, you know what's going to happen? You'll be right back here in the small town of Brandon, Manitoba." So we went, and I wasn't happy about it. I did not want to go to the practice. We went, I played, I made the team. So that experience then led to me being able to play football at the University of Manitoba. That led to me having a 1-week contract with the Bears and into a long career. So throughout my life, I've had all these situations where I wanted to quit or I wanted to maybe not make the right decision. I had people around to help me make those right decisions or give me great insight to help me move in a different direction. So I think that's critical to success, having great mentorship and really the circle that you're around. If I had a mother that said, "Oh, you don't want to go, you don't want to play, fine, don't go," I wouldn't be here on this couch with you today.
That is true. So let's talk about your journey. Football. In the middle of football, I don't know, when did you come up with Blessed Communion? We did Blessed Communion, we did comic books. Tell me about this entrepreneurial journey.
Well, it really all started with the foundation. So 2007, I had an opportunity to get involved in a neighborhood here in Chicago that was challenged in that the kids weren't going to school. They had other things, major life issues going on. I mean, how can education be primary in your life when you haven't eaten, when you have no home, when you yourself as a kid are raising your other siblings? So we went into this neighborhood really wanting to let those kids know that despite all those things, your education can be that key component, that factor to get you out of those things and get you to a better place. And it started with being present in school. They had the lowest academic attendance in their district. So we went in, and I was in the school every Tuesday. We incentivized the kids by the kids that were really engaged, that were there. that really showed that they were making a difference. We took them out once a month.
Every Tuesday. That's a commitment.
Yeah, it's our day off in the NFL every Tuesday. So on those days, I'd drive down to 113th, 114th, and we'd go and spend a day with our kids.
You opened up a great co-working space in the South Loop. Why co-working? Out of all the things you could have tapped into, why did you tap into this industry?
Well, I think it ultimately kind of encompasses what we are. You know, I started my first business, 2007, 2008. That guy at that age, young guy, didn't know anything. What kind of environment would I put him in to help him hopefully avoid some of the mistakes and the challenges and the things that he went through? What would that look like? So, you know, this is kind of a piece of that space. Regardless of where you are on your entrepreneurial path, you can come here into the bureau and work and build and create.
I'm sure like people are wondering, can I afford to work at the bureau? So is the bureau obviously it's for entrepreneurs, but is it like a one-person entrepreneur? Can a team of people come here? And would you say that it's affordable for a startup?
Is the bureau affordable for a startup? 100%. I think that was the premise of the vision, was to build it so, you know, regardless of where you were on your journey, that you could come here and do work. So if you just need to come in for one day, we can accommodate you. If you need, you know, 4 walls and a private office, we have that here. If you just need a desk and or a locker or a place to have a meeting, a seminar, right here where we're sitting, we have, you know, 50, 60, 70 people do seminars and sessions. We can do all that here. So the vision is to be able to accommodate everyone, from the person who has a high level business that's on top where they want it to be, you know, hitting home runs,
right,
to that person that's just getting started and taking their first swing. We want to be able to have them here and hopefully help cultivate and build people.
Great. What if I don't need an office space? What if I'm an outside salesperson and I just need an address because I don't want my clients knowing where I live? Can you help me with that?
Yeah, well, I think ultimately that was the vision of what we built and why we built this, that regardless of where you were on your journey, that we could accommodate you. If you just actually don't need to be in a building, but you want your mail not to go to your house, you could have a virtual mailbox where your mail could come here. You can come work just for one day. You can have just a dedicated desk where it's your desk and you have a locking ped file, a locker. You can have events here. Wherever you are, whatever you need, you know, we work to be able to accommodate you and to accommodate your vision and your growth long term.
If you can sum up the bureau experience in one hashtag, what would it be?
If I could sum up the bureau in one hashtag, what would it be? It'd be hashtag dream big.
Yes, yes, see, I like that. Hashtag dream big. That's what we're gonna be doing, hashtag dream big.
Let's do it.
Yay, thank you. This was great.